I have a question for you. So, what's the purpose of life? Like, why are we here? Why do we do what we do? Why do we continue to do what we do? You know, in reading a lot, I have heard a lot of different reasons why people think that we are here. Some think we're here to, honor God. Some people think that we're here to build something, to develop. Some people think that we're here to achieve some goal, some manifest some legacy, to leave something behind for our family and friends. And I think those are all noble in their own way. But what I personally believe the purpose of life is, like why we're here, is pretty simple. It's just to live. It's this desire to live for something more than life that I think is where a lot of anxiety and fear and doubt and pain and suffering comes from. I think it comes from this desire to live for something that's more than here and now, to try to live for some achievement that if we can only have it, we'll be happy, or to live for some deity that if we can only please him, we'll have eternal paradise. And I just think that those ways of living don't correspond with what I see. And what I see is a lot of people just trying to get by. I have met a lot of people in my life. I've met a lot of people. I mean, just in my experience as a Lyft driver, I probably gave rides to 15,000 people, and that was just over the course of 3 years. I'm 29 years old. I've met a hell of a lot more people than 15,000. I used to knock on doors for a living. I would knock on an average of like 50 doors a day. That's a lot of people. I worked at that job for almost a year. There's a lot of different positions I've had where I've met people. And in my ability to meet people and connect with people, one thing I've learned is that most people, they're just normal. They don't always fit into the definition of normal that I was raised with, but they're all normal. And we're all just trying to maintain in life. We're all just trying to find a way through. Albert Camus once famously said, "Should I kill myself or have a cup of coffee?" I mean, his answer was always have a cup of coffee. But it's a real question. Why keep going? What is the purpose? Especially when things get really dark and bleak out there. What is the purpose? I think the purpose is itself. I think that the pain is the purpose. I think that the joy is the purpose. I think that the ups and the downs and the roller coaster of life is the purpose. And there doesn't need to be anything more than that. Life doesn't need to have some end destination. It doesn't need to have some grandiose purpose to be filled with purposefulness, to be filled with meaningfulness. It's about constructing your own meaning. It's about finding what matters to you. It's about living well to the definition that living well means to you. Because there's no one out there that can tell you what living well is. Doesn't matter how many books you read, doesn't matter how many TED Talks you listen to or how many sermons you hear. There's no one out there that knows how to live your life. Only you know how to live your life. And I think as soon as you start to accept that only you know how to live your life, then you start to chart your own course. You start to make your own decisions. You start to make those decisions without regret or second guessing. You make them with a sense of confidence instead. And as you live confidently, you find that that is the purpose. You feel more meaningful because you've created it for yourself. And even in the creation of meaning, it's important to remember something. It's all creation. It's all a construct. We're doing it. There's nothing objective about even the choices that we're making. It's our subjective. So don't get high on your own belief. Don't think that because you've thought of it, it's somehow objectively correct. It's not. It's just correct for you. And that's all you ever need it to be. Just correct for you. And if you can find other people that jive with that, other people that can connect and click with what meaningfulness is to you, and they can find some meaning in that, that's freaking beautiful, man. Just keep going. Just keep trying to live by living, by just doing it. Don't try to force it. There's that concept in Taoism, the Wu Wei, and I think a lot of people misinterpret it as some sort of like don't try or laziness. I think it just means that you go through life without expectation. You don't force life to give you what you want. You simply have goals and you work towards them. And that's it. You can't expect things to happen. You can't demand results from the universe. And prayers often go unanswered. That's just the hard truth. But you can answer your own prayers. You can manifest your own life. You can give your life its own purpose. I think it's worth reading the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and understand that even in the darkest of times, even in the bleakest of moments in life, no matter how scary and disturbing and dark it gets, that there is a light inside of all of us, and that light is our own meaning that we've created. And that light can carry us through some of the worst things that life can throw at us. So hold on to that light, try to find what that light is for you, and go share that light with others. It's like the poem, I forget who wrote the poem, but as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fears. Our presence automatically liberates others, or something like that. I just think it's such a beautiful sentiment. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't claim to be some arbiter of truth. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy with some opinions, and this is what means a lot to me, and I wanted to share it with you. And it's as simple as that. So if you found any meaning in this, thank you. Thank you for listening this far. If you made it this far, average listens says you don't make it this far, but I really do appreciate for those of you who do. So please do like, and subscribe. It really does help me with the algorithm. I'm getting a little bit better at it, but I'm new to all of this. So any help you can give me is amazing. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you comment, that is the most important form of feedback I can get. So thank you. And you have a wonderful rest of your day.